can't put yourself more down.
You got, when you haven't got the, yeah, I mean, you've got to control limbs, right? With no gi, like if you've got the gi, you've got the cross grip, you've got the collar, you've got wraps.
It's a lack of purchase, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you find it easier to release arms? If someone's controlling arms, do you find it easier to get your arm back? Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of slippiness.
Yeah,
especially with these rush guards, they're so slippy. Lauren's like, I wish I had my one. Should have put mine on. Damn it, I didn't get the memo. So, what was the real objective for the person on top? Did you see what you would had to have done with controlling space?
The person on top needed to keep the most amount of space.
Yes, yeah, so you need to keep them away from you as best you can, because if they come in close, they can then get purchased and start bringing you forward and bringing you low. Yeah? So, you're on top. Cool. Standing up can be a challenge anyway. Trying to stand. So when you stand, a thing to think about, or like just a thing to think, or like a external sort of cue to think about, is to try and walk forward. So if I've got one foot up, I don't try and stand on the spot. Okay? Because mainly, I would say the main reason is if I want to try and stand on top, my hips tilt forward slightly, and then that breaks my posture. Yeah? So when I'm here, I walk forward. So I want to try and walk forward when I'm standing, yeah? Okay? One thing that Lauren was doing quite nicely was once I got one foot up, she was hooking that foot, which is really cool. Even though I was standing and opening, she had the dominance because she would have been able to twist that into something else, yeah? If I can stand without the person having any grips, that's fantastic, right? Because that puts me in a better position, okay? All right, so yeah, so what we did there was obviously just trying to stand in the guard, the other person's just keep trying to break the posture. Okay, so this time, let's just start stood. Start stood? Is that words?
Start stood.
Okay. Start stood. Start standing. Yeah. Start standing. Start stood up.
That's it.
Is that right? Yeah. I don't know. You with grammar over there. Yeah. I teach woodwork.
So what we always do.
I'll go.
Like,
I'll
almost
go.
like
You go on your back.
you make it do like that.
Jump forward. This way a bit. Okay. So how do you think from here?
From here, it's somehow twisting to the side. Like, I don't know.
Ah,
if I've
yeah.
got power for that.
Okay.
So I was thinking about how to do it, but
Well, how did I have my arms?
probably one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah. Now
twist.
I can twist. Oh, you can. Yeah, look, you brought me forwards like this way.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. That's good. That's good. So that's it. So I have an underhook on the leg.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's not only just the underhook, right? You have to do something with it. Yeah. So what you did that time when you got me off balance is you pulled slightly. So like I don't know, you know, like the old truckers, that sort of thing. But it's that movement of there, yeah. So if I'm here and I'm upright, if I can hook under, I catch with my bicep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I catch with my bicep and I pull.
Yeah, that's it.
So what's that doing to your foot?
It's knocking my. Feels like my foot's stuck to the floor.
Well, look again. Look at where your toes are pointing. Here,
Yeah. Yeah. Turning my feet.
the feet out. Yeah. Knees. Yeah. Knees are a hinge joint, aren't they?
You also do
Forward
quite
and
a
back.
big shift in your weight at that point.
Yes.
Your hips are
But
going
in what direction to the knee and my shins is my hips
away
moving?
almost. I feel like.
So moving the movement out, yeah. So that if I get a lateral movement on the knee, like this, and I put pressure on it, it's very difficult for you to stand because that's not how the joint works.
Yeah.
The joint works back and forth.
Yeah.
If I move it to the side and I put pressure on it, you're here. So if I've got Joe, just stand up for me. If I'm here and I drop low for a low single, yeah, or if you go 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, if I go for a low single here, when I'm driving to the side to put it to the floor because the foot is planted and locked, the knee moves over, body follows, yeah? So that's just body mechanics, yeah? So I'm looking at trying to hook a leg and pull down, and that off balances you. Fantastic. You were playing with doubles. I know, it's really distracting out there today. There's a lot of people going past.
Yeah, doubles, and we were trying to single as well.
Yeah, trying to. Did you have much luck?
I would say I got the double and single, but I couldn't pull your weight down to me. The only thing I could do was move you with.
Backwards,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
still the same. You've moved over there. How did you look to counter that? Where did you place your weight? If your weight was going backwards, where did you counteract your weight? So if you felt like off balance, you were going back.
I just pushed my knees forward.
You push your knees forward and go lower.
Yeah, and come forward.
Hips forward
Yeah.
a bit more. So if their head now tilts forward, we have to look at trying to bring their weight, their body weight forward. Yeah. So I did this with Tom, where I set him up for it actually, in a way. I set him up. Stood in the guard. I started standing, but so he watched you guys and got a load of ideas from you two, grabbing both ankles and trying to push me over. So I was like, well, I'll grab the neck. If I can grab the neck, I'll grab the neck. You can't push me backwards because I'm hooked to your neck. Okay. In a gi, it's even easier. I can grab both collars.
Yeah.
You can't push me back. Okay. However, my weight's now forward. So you did that to me, and I omoplated you. So the omoplata sweep and did that because the weight was forward. So I just brought the leg to the side, got his weight, so my whole body went to the side, his weight went forward, and you end up rolling. So that was kind of what I was thinking with that. Yeah? Cool?
I was trying to see if I could get to the back by when I do the single leg and Lauren goes to the side, then trying to push her armpits
Away.
away, so she lands over there and then come
Up on top.
Yeah.
So you're overextending her out to one
Yeah,
side.
yeah,
So
yeah.
making her put both hands down to one side,
Yeah.
that gives the back. Exactly the same as being on your knees.
Yeah.
So pretty much most things you can do from standing, you can do on your knees. So we keep that in mind. There's still a lot of things, but obviously it makes things a bit difficult because of the space. You the person on top is at a slight more advantage because they have the space away from them that you can then start to use that to start moving away and creating more space. Whereas the person underneath has to now regain that space to be able to do stuff, yeah, to an extent, unless we start playing around with legs, which is what we're going to look to try and mold this into if it's possible. Okay, so did you guys keep your guards locked the whole time? Did you? I know I didn't.
No, sometimes I had to release my legs
Yeah.
in order to push.
To generate the power to push. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Because realistically, it's difficult to generate power or to be able to push someone if your legs are locked around them. So natural thing, you're going to have to open your legs. Okay, this time. Same thing again, you're just looking to off balance, but this time you're going to start with your legs open. So the person on top is just trying to stay standing. Yeah? Person on the bottom, your goal is to try and make them off balance, putting hands on the floor, putting their hips on the floor, okay? But you start with your legs open. You can go wherever you want in your guard, yeah? You can go open, inside hooks, however way you want, but just focus on trying to off balance and focus your attention on keeping connection to the person, yeah? So don't go and just completely let go and you end up here and you end up butt scooting, yeah? It's try and maintain connection to the person whilst trying to off balance. Person on top, all you're trying to do is keep standing, yeah? Cool? Good? Okay, let's give that a go. 1, 2, 3.
Stay standing, but I suppose that would also, yeah, bring me off.
So keep switching, yeah?
Sorry, you okay? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Please.
Sorry.
Fell back. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try that again.
Yeah.
Really flexible, like this.
And that hip right up.
quickly. And my leg just couldn't count that.
Okay, let's have a quick change. So the next partner. Let's go. Can't stop from standing, sorry.
Sorry,
down.
Your legs in a knot. Are you okay to go?
Yeah.
Try the leg out.
Single leg out.
Sorry. Yeah. Suddenly realised that
Start pushing the back to
wrap up my
Oh,
own.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I then had it that I could have.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can twist that out.
Yeah.
Now start pushing the way. That's up. That's stand up.
So I'm not allowed.
Sorry, it's right.
You're not allowed to twist the way.
That's why we're
go.
doing that lot to
We're getting into such a
Yeah,
good
that's exactly.
position straight away.
Yeah, don't want to get confused. Because obviously, Nogi, it's, you can do it in some places. Sticks are not doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So annoying.
Try a little bit more power.
I really thought I'm just going to stand up and try and I can.
quickly.
Yeah, quick, like that. It's, yeah, it's shunt, a little shunt.
Okay, yeah.
Little shunt.
Nice, yeah, you.
I'm gonna try it. Okay, ready?
I can stand up for a bit longer this time.
Drop your right toe to the floor.
That's better. Completely isolated one leg.
Yes.
That wrap.
More power.
Yeah.
Just driving in that direction. I can't.
Okay.
This one. So just straight over
Yeah.
here. Coming in.
Other way. That one. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And then I was really.
That's the careful.
You just drive. Yeah.
And I was holding the push as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Stuck.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Really tight.
Right switch, last one. Single leg. Good on this side.
This one.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Let's go. You might have to eat. You might have to just think, yeah, where else you could go. It's going to ruin everything here. Yeah. There it is.
So Joe just kept doing it to me over and over again. It's like impossible to stand up. That's it, yeah. And then that was. So I think it's there. Yeah, that's it. You sort of like, yeah, that's it. You just twist the leg. Because I can't prevent the twist and I can't put my foot out to stop myself from falling. So I've got to learn. legs out is a good one.
Your foot hurts.
Like,
What was it like?
work your leg, yeah. And so I was sort of a bit worried about kicking my legs back.
Yeah.
When it's singling down to guard like that, yeah. That's fine. Especially if you're up here, just around the knee, you can push them out.
You want to get further out. So then when you land you on top of me, getting past.
No, but in theory, you should be, especially if you've got both legs up like that.
Yeah.
Working my knees
Yes,
back.
this is
Good in the ear, and pushing my knees out.
We use that to
Should come into guard.
As your monitor.
Yeah,
or
then
balance more.
Yeah.
yeah, yourself around there.
Okay. I was trying to more too smoothly. I should. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a time for it.
Yeah.
Time for it. Yeah. Time for straight aggression.
Yes. Good.
Push and pull, yeah. Shoot your legs, shoot one of your legs back.
My new favourite thing is over sweep. Really nice thing.
So you.
Yeah.
Quick move.
Yeah.
Opposites.
How, yeah, I don't know, I'm not thinking about it too much like that.
Just so you get
Yeah.
How do you find that?
Yeah, it's good.
Good to explore it, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
Play around with the position.
Yeah.
Where-
That position Joe kept putting me in.
Single leg X.
Oh, okay. Just pretend like you're part of it. Go and get yourself some food and drink.
Or gate crash it.
Going on your knees, yeah.
Put your shoes on your knees. Oh God.
Yeah,
We
that
grew up in the
position,
same era, didn't we?
Yeah. I've been trying to get that when we've been rolling with people, but I've just not been quick enough to get it. So it's quite nice to practice it.
Did you? How were you trying to make people sit by getting the outside, holding the foot and pushing your hips over the leg to make them sit?
Trying to make them fall forward.
Ah,
Actually.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
And then
mean,
pushing
because
them.
what I was doing, because I was preempting you trying to push me out, so I was putting my hands forward to stop you from going here.
Ah,
But what
okay.
you were doing was, which was quite nice, is that you were switching back. I was pushing that leg as well because I didn't want that on my hip.
Okay.
So I pushing that away and then coming in to try and. But as I was doing that, you were going into the X guard anyway. So it's a good fluid thing, a good switch between the two guards, which is a big thing.
Yeah.
If you can switch between the two guards. How did you find the little double lumberjack?
Yeah, that's
Getting better?
now that you said do that quick.
Yeah. It's an explosive movement. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. Keeping the knees in more as well.
Yeah, that's good.
Strength.
Yep. Cool. So what I was kind of working on a little bit, I managed to get on you. Well, I was playing around with this sort of K-guard position where I'm twisting around to try and get the back. But what was happening then sometimes was you were dropping to your knee. By dropping to your knee, I can then get like what we call a waiter's sweep, where I'm pushing on the knee and holding the ankle. Okay. So where I'm here, she's dropped to one knee, so there's knees on the floor, and I've ended up in here with a double shin. I don't know if any of you have ever ended up in this position. I can't say I have.
It's highly possible.
But from here, what's quite nice is you can grab the shin, the ankle here, and then I lift my hips just like you were doing. I lift my hips and pull, and I can get a nice little sweep from here. But also I can start to look to attack. Yeah. All of these movements where the person is going backwards, you expose the legs. Yeah. If you can lift the person up and you can get to the end, you have some way of controlling the ankle. Yeah. What I would say to try and bring into your game a little bit more is playing with straight ankle locks. So if you guys want, we can look a little bit at that a little bit more, and we'll move that into there and kind of go from there. Let's look at all the mechanics for finishing it. Yeah. Okay. Straight ankle lock. All right. We spoke about this before, and we spoke about finishing an armbar. Principles are the same. Yeah, it's a linear lock. So I'm moving this way. There's no rotation or very minimal rotation.
Biggest rib.
So there's minimal rotation. There is slight rotation on it the way we do this. But yeah, it's supposed to be a linear thing. So it's a straight rotation, a straight ankle lock there. I'm pulling down on one side. So as long as I can focus on holding the toes down and raising the fulcrum, I'm good. If I add extra pressure onto the knee or control the knee and the hip, even better. Yeah, cool. Okay, so let's do this. So the position we can play this from are varied. What a lot of people will do is what we call an ashigarami, where I have one foot underneath the thigh here, and my knee and ankle are touching. So we've got a good connection of the legs. Okay, you can also do this from here, where you've got both legs on the outside, and you're just pinching your knees together. Okay, this can be a little bit more common to get into. However, if she can start opening the legs, she can start getting up on top. Do you find that? Yeah. So this can be quite good. Yes. Yeah. So, but like you say, the other thing is it's not wrong. Okay, to come out here. Yeah. Another nice thing, another nice position to get into, if you can, is to get what we call a butterfly ashi, where I come across here. Yeah. So my foot is underneath the knee, similar to a De La Riva guard. Okay, but the foot is on the outside. All right. Okay. But all these configurations of the leg doesn't really matter too much unless you can get the foot in the correct position. Okay. So when we look to attack the foot, okay, I'm not looking to just hook here by the ankle. I want to pinch the toes. So I want the toes underneath my armpit.
So your sort of your wrist and your arm really need to be at the back of our ankle.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah. So now I'm here. If I'm good, I can probably start to finish this from here. Yeah. So I'm already tight at the end of the foot. If I'm here, yeah. So if I just hook it here, yeah, there's a lot more movement. It's just really like, the face is like says something different.
I'll still be like,
That's where I'm going wrong if I get that position.
So you're
That's where I'm going. And I'm like,
It's
and
hard
then
because as soon as they know a foot,
Yeah.
you're going for that.
yeah
It is hard to get that positioning
to
right.
bring it back.
I always
slide back.
Yeah, that's where I'm not doing it properly.
Yeah. Okay. So look, we've identified a problem. Let's play with this. So let's start with here. Okay. The goal for the person on the here is to try and stand up. The goal for me is simple. It's not to finish. It's just to get my toes under the armpit. Yeah.
So normally when I get caught in this position, what I try to do is come up on.
To come up here.
No. So if someone's got my.
Oh yeah, and to come up on top. Yes.
Yeah, is to come up like that.
Yes.
Would that be what?
But yeah, I mean, that's good. The reason why that's good is because obviously, if I want to finish this position, I want to extend out. So I want to make ballerina toes. If you stand up on your foot, so just stand up. It's very difficult for me because you've got a 90 here now.
Yeah.
Okay. Not to say that it's impossible.
No.
Okay. Because if you stand all the way up, if I can lift your heel up onto here, I can finish from underneath. Yeah. But again, it's that pointing the toes and 90 degree. Okay, so person on the bottom, person on the other side, you're going to try and stand up. Person on with the leg, two used to go in top and bottom. Person with the leg, all you've got to try and do is tuck the toes under the armpit. Toes under the armpit. You get that? Sweet. Okay, what they call it is ankle exposure. So you can see the ankle. If you just go back from here, there is no ankle exposure. Yeah. If I'm here, there's ankle exposure. Yeah. So that's what we want. We want to get ankle exposure. Okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
Good.
Let's do it again. I quite like this little switch around, okay? This is a little switch about. So let's do 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, rather than 10 minutes. I'm going to do 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. I don't know. See how it goes. Keep switching.
Yeah.
Yeah. get the
Right,
right.
so you want to get a
See, where I find
So
this is
you
not.
want to start yeah, I want to feel that. I feel really good. Before I'm there. Yes, that's why I've never So go to yes, like that, yes. Think about, I would say think about itching my toes as well. I mean, my wrist and your shoes tended as well. Yeah. So you're there now. The higher the volume, the better.
That's feel nice, but don't you think it's a bit more?
Yeah.
See, this is where I feel like I'm not.
That's what. Yeah. Now I'm
Try and control this part of your leg as well.
Yeah. I don't need to be like
See, that's starting to feel nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
that,
nice.
not only that alone, does that only hurt?
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
as opposed to
yeah.
It's just gonna.
Your knees isolated a little bit as well and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just about that.
Okay, so you're gonna start with the bulldog. You put the leg. Okay, so now we need to try and grab my toes before I.
Yeah.
Alright.
so it's that.
Yeah, you do. So we try and
Well, I'll try to stand up now. Do that one? Yeah.
Does that feel like? That was good because also you had your foot on my hip
Yeah.
and therefore I couldn't put myself up. You were like this. That should be having that control of your hip. Yeah. So yeah, that's
So, such a slight adjustment.
Yeah.
Such a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lauren. Okay, so that you know where you want to be. That's where you want to be.
Yeah, that's it.
Hang on, lock that off. Just hang on. So,
Sorry.
yeah, that's good.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
You got it.
we will find that you've got control of hip.
Yeah. Because if I start putting my hip up,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Right,
So this is.
good. Yeah.
Another position. Start.
Is that it? Don't
Two down.
like that. Don't ever land.
Exactly. That's the skill.
Yeah.
So could you maybe
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so you push the knee away.
yeah, but
That's
that's
slide you down.
like yeah.
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 It's such a funny battle when you get to that point, isn't it? It's just I've been in there so many times. Like, get off the foot, get off the foot. Lost it a little bit.
Yeah, that's it. That's why
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Yeah, but I think it's hard. You've got someone trying to level someone with long legs. You've got to try and control it. Actually, you've got most of the space. But if you're trying to, yeah, I'll it's my foot. I didn't want
it. You're out.
Rick was so good with that foot. Heel right in like past my hip. I just couldn't clear it at all. Yeah, no, it was like, yeah. Not clear at all. Oh, sorry, Joe. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
Karen?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yes, but I was just saying to Chris, so I mean,
Yeah.
so now it's interesting.
Yeah.
Just looking at
And I look at the person and like, eating the sausage.
yeah, like, come on, you just listen to it, isn't it? No, yeah.
Okay, so you're looking to so this here, now is we call it AOP. This is an AOP. So what can happen is if you're here, I can sometimes counter and bring that in. Yeah. But this, get in the little nudge as you go. Okay. However, I go for this and you pull your leg out. You pull your leg away from me. The intention is you stop in that position. Yeah? Okay.
Right, now to
Yeah, ready?
yeah.
It's really hard to get out. Anyway, like, it's hard to get out anyway. I was just saying to Chris, like, if I get into that position, then more because I thought about it. And all I ever end up doing is going there and being like, too strong.
Then I look like that.
So then I turn it out, and it's not at all. So it's hard for them to get out of it. Yeah, now that I know actually I've got to go to there, I'll just back you get there and then yeah. Yeah, do you want? No? Yeah, that's right.
As soon as you let that loosen a little bit,
Yes.
slide.
Okay.
I like it, I like it. Bye.